What is up, my viewers? Spang here, bringing you a World of Tanks gameplay commentary. This is a viewer-submitted commentary from Never Aim, a longtime viewer and submitter. Thank you very much, sir. And he is Bluetooth up with his buddies, who I'm going to refer to as Tequila and Chris. They are driving tier 10s. He is particularly driving the 907 reward tank from the 3rd campaign. And I've heard a lot of good things about this vehicle. I've also heard some bad things about this vehicle. Like, it is one big ammo rack. Pretty much no matter where you shoot it, you're probably going to break its ammo rack and have a pretty good chance of just blowing it up once and for all. I've heard a lot of people carry 2 repair kits, the large and the small, just for that reason. But it looks like Never Aim not actually doing that. He has just small, and auto. So small repair, small first aid, and an automatic fire extinguisher, because he ain't having none of those fire shenanigans. It is going to be standard battle on... What is this map called again? I forget. Tundra. Thank you. I've actually never paid attention to the name of this map. A little bit of lag here. Hopefully that clears up. Looks like that 50M getting a free shot on that 50B. And Never Aim getting plowed into by quite a bit of vehicles here. And it looks like I may have to adjust my video settings, like I said in that last video, although with the E25 one, it cleared up. So hopefully it clears up in this one as well. Looks like he will get a shot off on that 1390. I forget what the average damage is. The average damage, there are the words I was looking for on the... I was going to say 320 was my assumption. So, looks like the enemy team sent a lot, and I do mean a lot, to this hill right now. Look at all those mediums and heavies, but they actually did nothing with it. They didn't push. They did not take their advantage and actually, you know, push into Never Aim's team to really overwhelm them like they probably should have. Never Aim's team no doubt could not hold this, and it looks like the 50B M49 are looking for some flanks. The M46 Patton on the ridge looking like he's trying to get some side shots. IS-3 and 62A trying to go around, and Never Aim kind of just trying to figure out what he's gonna do here. Looking like he wants to get shots on that 62A, maybe not get spotted though, because there are 2 tank destroyers, one of them being a 183, and there we go, there's something useful. Spotting Artie, getting a free shot off across the map and making artillery think twice about what it's doing with its life. One, why is it being Artie? A little bit of Sky Cancer humor. I'm not that big against Artie, as some people love to be against Artie and hate it 100%. He possibly will get shot here for trying to kill that artillery, but apparently not. He gets away with it scot-free, and the 140 killing the 46 Patton, who apparently took the fall for Never Aim. So the enemy team still hurting here, 5-1 at this point, and they're gonna have a rough time coming back from this. And Never Aim already dealing over 2,700 hit points of damage as this match progresses. So very well played so far. And yeah, it looks like some of that FPS lag has cleared up a bit, and like I said, I'll tweak my settings to get that to perform a little bit better, and hopefully you guys won't see that in future replays. To clarify, these are being done on my laptop in order to expedite the process, because my desktop is being used for other rendering projects right now, and besides, this is 9.5 and it is currently 9.9 client, which is installed on my desktop. So yeah, trying to catch up. It's a real thing. T62A getting a 0 damage shot into Never Aim's viewport here, which is always welcome. So what? He can't see well for a while. Not like he really needs to. He's just going to pull back and take the no damage hit. That 62A pretty much in a world of hurt. 7-2. The enemy team finally taking some vengeance here. Honestly, the hit point gap not that large. Only about 2,000. Never Aim managing to bounce a little bit there. And the enemy team still very much able to win this if they play smart and they abuse their hit point advantage. It's less than 2,000. And that's very recoverable, but unfortunately a lot of their vehicles over here are near death. And so it looks like Never Aim will try to do a, well, auto aim, and he will not get that. But there we go, disengaging that, and hopefully he can get himself a few more kills here. There's a lot of low health vehicles, a 62A, an STB-1, an Object 140, all just begging to be killed by him, but will he actually be able to pull it off? Well, it looks like he might with the 62A. Oh, maybe if he actually had aimed, he would have gotten that, but at the same time, one shot is better than no shot, and he did have a chance to hit him there, but RNG did kind of mess it up for him, but at the same time, I feel like if he had taken the time to zoom in and better place his shot, he would have actually gotten the kill. No promises on that, however, because RNG is always a factor, trying to take a shot at that 140 as it's skedaddled away, and it will escape with its life for now. And right now, this is exactly what I'm talking about. The enemy team, it is now 8-7. However, the enemy team is winning now in terms of hit points and tank count. This is, wow, am I psychic or what? Or what is probably a more accurate description. The friendly team still maintaining tank lead, barely 9-8, and that STB1 needs to die. That 62A is dead because Tequila managed to get the kill shot. And Never Aim, I saw no actual green on his green, so I don't think he had any sort of actual hit there. Still, this IS-7 looking like he's gonna get shot to pieces by Never Aim. I don't see any situation in which this IS-7 wins unless he ammo racked him. Never Aim taking a 0 damage hit in the tracks, and the IS-7 trying to run away, but Never Aim says not today, and managing to kill that IS-7, who thought he was going to be sneaky and get a free medium kill, but he did not. The STB1, he's going to hit hard unless he bounces on him. There we go. That's exactly what Never Aim's team needed. That's exactly what Never Aim needed, because they need to win this now. It is 11-12. Every advantage is with the enemy team, and one of the enemy team's vehicles, well, it's an Object 263. Not many people know how to fight that because they don't see it that often, but I'm sure Never Aim does. And even regardless of that fact, it is a very hard vehicle to penetrate. He might want to load heat rounds for it, and he actually doesn't know what health that vehicle is at. So at this point, he is the last hope for his team. The only other vehicle on this match is that SU-14-2, which can be very useful, especially when dealing with an open top tank destroyer like the 263. Yes, it is hard to pen for everything else on the ground, but for artillery, that is a nice juicy target. It's a large target, and it's an open top target, which means it takes more damage from high explosive artillery shells. The STB-1, I'm sorry, not STB-1, the Object 140 managing to get away. Will the SU-14-2 derp this 263? Here's to hoping. It looks like they both back off of each other and respect each other's personal space, but not before the 14-2 does actually derp it. Holy cow, I am making great calls on this entire thing. It's almost like I am psychic, almost like I can see the future, but Never Aim managing to get a very easy kill on that IS-7, who was one-shottable, and that 140 is also one-shottable for, so right now the enemy team in a very tricky predicament. Never Aim, knowing the general direction that arty round came from, knows it's approximately Alpha 1, Alpha 2, so he's going to go arty hunting and leave his base a little exposed, which I don't know if that is the proper call, because it's a bit risky. If he goes all the way to the other side of the map and the enemy team hops on the capture, he may not be able to get back in time. And it looks like his teammate trying to help him out, saying the 140 has 140 hit points, and Never Aim's like, no, you're wrong, it's 179, but close enough. Either way, he is still a one-shot. And yep, that's exactly what he replied. Well, one shot anyway. It is almost like I can see the future. But that's just game experience for you, right? Knowing the typical happenings and ways in which World of Tanks can function, seeing it time and time again myself, you start to notice certain patterns in this game. And it's almost like seeing the Matrix, as is evidenced by my predictions of this match. And for those of you who are like, well, you could have just watched it before, I could have, but I'm not that dishonest or that much of a prick. I mean, I don't try to pretend. So, I mean, believe what you want, but I know... Oh! Wow! I'm guessing that was a little bit of FPS lag, because I think he proxy spotted him and then took the shot before the replay actually registered that he spotted him. And I am definitely going to have to adjust my post-game, my, you know, settings. So it is going to be... Ooh, 140! And... Ooh, 140 coming in here. It looks like Never Aim will avenge his teammate's death, one of them dying to artillery, and now this 140 and Never Aim are both one-shots for each other. The 140 having fired, but Never Aim knowing he'll be reloaded well in time for him to get back. Never Aim kind of surprised he isn't firing heat rounds at this point. Honestly, I would be switching to those premium rounds, hoping to get that shot off and making every shot count. I mean, he is kind of unreliable, especially when faced with spaced armor, and it seems especially so when fighting Russians, because a lot of Russians have spaced armor for whatever reason. It's almost like there's a bias. But no, joking aside, this night, okay, there we go, heat rounds. So Never Aim and me right on the same page, and right now trying to get the shot off on this 140. They both fire at each other, both hitting nothing but dirt, and the thing is, the 907 does have a faster rate of fire, I believe. I'm not 100% sure on that. But honestly, they're both comparable to where, at the very least, they would probably kill each other, be an eye for an eye situation. And the 140 sitting there firing again. Never Aim's got to make something happen, and he will use this to reposition, take a shot while doing so. And now he's in what he believes to be a slightly more favorable position, and it is, because it gives him more options. That 140 trying to take a shot, Never Aim having 2 heat shells left. Is he gonna make this happen? I actually don't know. Honestly, it is anyone's game, and I don't have skill ratings to even make a call based on that, even though skill doesn't always determine who wins in this match. Honestly, this is all RNG right now, and they bounce each other even. I think Never Aim knows he took the shot first, and he's going to reload first, and therefore get kill number 7. Good job, good game, all GG's all around, and very well played by both teams. It really does not get that much closer. 15 to 14, 59 hit points of difference between winning and losing. So very well played by Never Aim. Let's go to those post-game stats and see how well everyone did, because I'm kind of curious myself. Well, it seems as if I've lied to you guys. We cannot view post-game stats because, well, I kind of forgot Never Aim said in his email that the replay website didn't actually like the 907 replays, that it wasn't allowing them to be uploaded, at least for 9.5, and it looks like that is still the case. I just tried again, and this is, again, to reiterate, this is when 9.9 is out, so apparently there was something that never got covered or patched or whatever for the older replays anyway, and why would they? It wasn't a high priority item, I can only assume. So we can't view exactly how well everyone did, but we do know that Never Aim got 7 kills and a lot of damage, a lot of damage, and just did very well for himself. But both teams fighting very hard and doing a very good job of making it a close match, and like I said, it doesn't get much closer, and it's kind of funny with the accuracy with which I was able to predict how that match would go. But like I said, it's just like seeing the patterns, knowing how this game rolls and recognizing, you know, giving the information on hand. It's like, yeah, the enemy team had a significant tank deficit early on in the match, but they had the hit points were close enough to where it was still, you know, easily being able to have that gap close if the enemy team just played right and they played smart, or if Never Aim's team started making mistakes, and I'm not sure which happened, but one of them did, or maybe both of them did to an extent, and they managed to close that gap and make it for a very close match. Not that much time left, pretty much 15-14, even like I said, only 59 hit points difference, so it doesn't really get any closer than that. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If you got a replay that you think I should do a commentary on, check the description below for instructions on how to submit that, please. And until next time, this has been Spang, and clearly, I am oh so professional. Take care, everyone.
MLG.